Homeless Solutions, Honolulu, Hawaii. I don't afford the threatening I just made that I would be in Honolulu, Hawaii if I needed anything. If that was true, I would not be here. It's not true, I am here in state of Nevada. What's wrong with that is I don't have any home in God. I don't actually want to be here, and I might have some 8 years ahead of myself before I have another 8 years ahead of myself, before I have another 8 years ahead of myself, because I refuse to die on a point. I'm not going to die for a cause. I am none higher than me, deceased right here, and none higher than he, above myself, creating myself. He is deceased right here. That was ever true, no matter where I am. So what I want out of you is, what a waste. Because that's what my boyfriend, one of my Hot 1000 list of boyfriends, I have one of my Hot 1000 list of boyfriends in Arizona, who said, when I told him I don't want him to leave me before I'm finished with him. I will leave him when I'm done. Pretty much, I said it in other words, but that's what I meant. Do you need to cough? I have an overlord who needs to die. No, he said to me, what a waste, right? About how that he wasn't getting what he wanted out of the sin of commission he was doing against myself with no need as a witness. That's what I think. That's my impression of what he said to me. What a waste. Of course, I can't speak for him, but that's what I heard and what I think. What a waste to me if it was everybody saying that in agreement, against myself, everybody else. I would say what a waste is when you threaten the threatening and you don't get everything you want out of the commission you're doing, which is just one body doing a commission around all the other bodies that are negligent. Well, who are the psychics who accuse you of fuck, right? When there's everybody else who's negligent and they just walk by. There's no such thing as fuck. There's no such thing as that somebody and somebody else are having a sexual abuse and that they're saying yes, yes against some other people who are saying no. If everybody walks by in a crowd, there's no yes, yes. You don't have yes, yes. You can't, because there's negligence. There's everybody else in the crowd of strangers. You could be in public, you could be in traffic, and everybody else either goes by walking or they go by in their cars. They go right by it. You don't have the dispute that way. You don't have yes, yes with God. You don't have yes in heaven. You don't have yes with two people. You don't have fuck. So that places the what a waste problem squarely in a prison. That means you have to have an ask for whatever you're asking for because you don't know, because you're God and you don't have communion right there in the question. You're due in a prison for the question, and when you're in the question, you have to say, I am in the prison, I am in the question right now, I can make the question in the prison. And then there is a gun that is right there in the prejudice to fire, not just a gun in traffic that is speeding by with negligence of the carrier of the gun, and the car is speeding by the driver. And sometimes there are two guns, and yes, how many guns in a police car, I don't know. And then how many guns if somebody is trying to buy a gun with a license or just have a gun illegally, which it's illegal to have a gun license. It's illegal to have a gun if it's not in a prison, or if it's not, did you find you have a gun? You have to take it to prison like it is not due in public, and it's doing a crime it doesn't want to do in public. The gun in public is doing a crime the gun doesn't want to do in public. The gun itself does not want to do the crime it is being in public. It wants to be in a prison, so you have to take the gun to prison. Otherwise, you just have to leave the gun and don't touch it. It's not yours. What a waste. So was Howard saying what a waste about my life to myself? Or was he saying what a waste about his life to himself? Or was he saying with himself, what a waste about looking at somebody who's not himself and he's not getting everything he wants out of myself? Well, from one angle, he's not getting what he wants out of heaven, but the other way, he's not getting what he wants out of myself. I had a long cry about that, but I am saying right now to heaven, I have genitals. I have genitals on myself. I mean, what a waste. I'm not in a position to answer that. I'm not creating himself. I'm being created myself. What a waste might be something he should say to heaven, and what heaven is doing with him. Wow, how did he get a key that fits? Well, I didn't give you any car keys to drive me around. And I don't really say that you can keep them. I don't actually know you. He's just some stranger I met at a Science Center. It's an office space on Speedway in Tucson, Arizona. That's it. He's just somebody I met in an office space, and he's very deeply personal with his God right in front of me. He's talking to me about myself, but not for me to hear it. He's recording it like with his God, like you know how to record yourself on God, how you're going to do everything wrong in God and you don't care because nobody's going to stop you. And I am right there telling you, if you don't turn yourself into jail and prison with yourself, I'm not going to help you either. You are doing crime on yourself, and you say, what a waste that I am not really yourself. I know I have my own genitals. You are someone who's below the question of you accusing me of being a fuck. That I said yes to you for some personal reason of mine, and you said yes to me for some personal reason of yours, and you went away with your God and screamed fuck at me and fuck at your God at the same time. I have my own genitals. I did not say yes to you, period. You're doing a prison. If you think somebody said yes to you, they said yes to the gun was pointed at themselves. They did not say yes to you, that the gun was pointed at you. And there's just some gun in traffic somewhere. You're so sloppy. Nobody said, what a waste in this body. I heard it. I didn't say it. You're such a disaster. The creator of Howard Chain. Can you hear me? Creator of Howard Chain. You've got to be here. Can you hear me? You are a disaster. What a waste is going to be you. You're going to